What's going on, everybody? Schmo here, and today we have the official V-Jump scan for the latest Dokkan news. So as we saw, or as you can see, we have the official scan for the new Angel Golden Frieza that is coming to JP Dokkan in, I want to say, roughly 2 weeks from now. Around the beginning of October, right when the worldwide celebration ends, JP will get a new celebration, obviously not as big, of course, and they will get this new Angel Golden Frieza. He starts out as Final Form Angel Frieza, that's his SSR art, this is TUR art, and then via active skill, he transforms into Golden Frieza. So let's take a look at our Frieza dispuations, of course. So to begin, this guy is farmable. You can farm this guy from the OG Angel Golden Frieza Dokkan event. Just a quick free SA10. Most villains are able to do this anyway. Actually, you know what? This guy can actually get a Dokkan Awakening. Because for a farmable unit, they actually gave him a little bit of a passive right here. Key 3, attack and defense 50%. So if they just Dokkan Awaken him, like, he could be a good free-to-play unit, actually. So let's go back, and then he also, and then obviously via active skill he transforms into Angel Golden Frieza. So obviously, aside from the free-to-play version, the SA fodder, we have no Final Form Angel Friezas, so this is obviously great. A brand new Frieza to add to the list, one that we have not used. I'm not even going to count this guy. This guy from the Otherworld episode with Pikkon and Goku, but he's been in the game for like 4 or 5 years now and has yet to get a Dokkan Awakening. So I think Dokkan has kind of forgot about him. So let's see here. So as I said, this is a perfect. We don't have one as of yet, and if we scroll down, Angel Golden Frieza only has his previous iteration, and then the free-to-play version, but, free-to-play, and then, we have this guy. So let's take a look at what he once was. He was the very first Resurrected Warriors category leader. So back then, what he still does is attack 150% and defense plus 50%, and then superclass allies and enemies attack minus 15%. So I'm not smart enough to try and guess what his passive is. I just hope that this is gone. The superclass allies attack minus 15%, because it's really stupid. Like, I get it because he's like a villain, of course, but at the same time it's not helping because one of his strongest teams, of course, is Universal Survivor Saga / Representative Universe 7, one of the biggest categories he's on, and he's hurting the whole category because of his presence on the team. Universal Survivor Saga consists of mainly just super type units, with the exception of like Frieza and Frost as of right now, and then like Bergamo and like the other trio, but otherwise that's it. So yeah, this part of his passive has got to go. Now, if we take a look, obviously he starts out as TUR Final Form Frieza, and then he transforms via active skill. So you can choose when to transform into Angel Golden Frieza. My theory is that he starts out as potentially a support type unit and then transforms into a beast, similar to how Cooler is. Also, keep in mind, my guess is that he's either going to be Extreme Int or Extreme AGL. Usually this text right here kind of indicates what they're going to be, but then we look at his SSR art and it has like the Int sort of like waves, for example. So my guess is either he's going to be Extreme Int or he's going to be Extreme AGL, one or the other. So we take a look right here. So this was Resurrected Warriors, but we scroll down to Wicked Bloodline. So Extreme Int obviously could use a new Angel Golden Frieza. That'd be fine. Extreme AGL could use some help. We've had Cooler for 2 years, Metal Cooler for 2 years now. He's still good, but in today's meta where things are just hitting way harder, he doesn't do very good because he needs to be hit for his like full passive to go active, and his defense is not that great. So what I hope from this guy, so let's just do this. What I hope from this guy is that he's really good defensively, because one of the main things with Frieza units, aside from, you know, the Resurrection F Golden Friezas, Frieza units are not that good defensively. You really have, you know, these two as the defensive gods, and this one too. He got a good defensive buff as well, because he stacks defense. SCR Cooler, I mean, he's good defensively. A lot of people shit on him for defense, but max length levels and everything, he's sitting at like what, 150 to 170,000 defense pre-transformation, and then when he comes out as final form Cooler, he gets 200,000 defense. So he is very, very good defensively. He can't take a full-on super attack from, say, MUI Goku in the LGE, for example, but he's still good defensively. I'm not gonna, you know, sit here and lie. But let's see. So as far as obviously, Wicked Bloodline is still such a great category, but it's also very limited at the same time. Extreme Physical could actually use the love, but I don't want him to be Extreme Physical because of this guy, the OG Final Form Cooler. What I'm expecting is that he's going to get an Easy A very, very soon. I would actually hope to imagine that he gets his Easy A when the Frieza comes out in a couple of weeks. When this guy gets his Easy, he's still like a solid unit. Attack and defense 100%, and it has a chance to launch an additional super. Well, it has a chance to become an additional super. So, just think about it for a minute. This guy getting an Easy A, he's already really good. He's hitting for like 2 million plus right now. Obviously with his Easy A stats, they'll be way, way higher, of course. But then think about it. This guy paired up with SCR Cooler. Even before or after transformation, this Final Form Cooler shares nearly every single link aside from Shocking Speed with the previous, with SCR Cooler. This is probably going to become one of the deadliest combos in the game, because you run STR Final Form Cooler and this guy, and with the chance of launching 3 additional super attacks from each of them, and once they have like a support Cooler on rotation, it's probably like one of the most insane rotations that you could ever have in Dokkan. It really is. But anyways, enough about Cooler. So let's go back right here. So yeah, my hope is that this Cooler gets his Easy A very, very soon. Of course, I hate these ads. Stream AGL could use it, and Extreme Int could use it. That's my theory. Stream Tech and Stream SCR we already had covered. So yeah, that's my theory. And then of course we scroll down, Resurrected Warriors. Obviously a good margin of the Frieza units are on here. Cooler, the Resurrection F Friezas, Tech Transforming Frieza. And Resurrection Warriors is still very, very good to this day. You have, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Tech Broly is still absolutely ludicrous. You know, Link level 10, you have some support for him. He's still going to put up absolutely insane numbers for you. Cell got one of the biggest revamps from the Link level update. Now he's just absolutely crazy. Bojack's good, but he needs a Dokkan Fest to go with him. This Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I'm going to do probably a couple more videos about him. He's very, very good. You need to build a team around him, similar to like LR Rose, for example, but what from the community has been saying, and what I agree with, this guy is just a better version of LR Rose. They both hit extremely hard, but this guy has better defense. When you revolve the team around them, they will put up big numbers for you, but this guy has better defense, so that's why he's like the better version of Rose. And if you scroll down, right here, we have like most of the boos on here. This guy, for example, this guy, they're both extremely really good. Why Int Kid Buu did not get an Easy A during the worldwide celebration is beyond me. I think it's a crime. I really don't understand why Dokkan would ever not give him an Easy A during, you know, his own celebration, but that's another topic for another day. So yeah, Resurrected Warriors is still pretty good to this day. I mean, it's one of the oldest categories in the game, but it still has a solid roster of units on here. So kudos to that. We also have some of his other teams right here. We got, let's see, Full Power. Let's take a look at that for a second. So obviously, as of right now, you have these two. That's the SSJ4 Goku and Broly, but you're obviously going to run Broly over SSJ4 Goku. And then full Power, I mean, God, it keeps getting stronger with every other update. You know, Kale Khalifa is still broken, Gohan's still broken. Jiren's presence just makes his team overall just ludicrous. Obviously, he would be on here. SCR Full Power Frieza, great. These two, they're good. The problem with these two is that they need a lot of ki. They're like mini nukers per se. I don't particularly like nukers in a sense. They're good, no question about it. They're still borderline top 10 best unit in the game. I don't know, I just don't like them, really. It's hard to say. But we scroll down, extreme units, and there's a solid amount of extreme units on here as well. But it's mainly like a superclass team, per se. But Broly links up with most of these Saiyan units anyway, so it works out. So then we go back. Obviously, I talked about Universal Survivor Saga. It's mostly superclass team, but because of the presence of Tournament of Power, having Ki 3 and then attack and defense 7%, Frieza will link up with any Tournament of Power unit just fine, just because they get 3 Ki from that one link. So he'll be set with that. Just as long as this gets removed with the other guy. I hope that this guy does not have it. And then finally, we also have Transformation Boost. I don't even need to go over that. We all know how good it is. Representatives of Universe 7 is still a met category. And then Otherworld Warriors, I mean, nobody talks about that category. So, that's basically it. We don't know really much of anything else right now for this guy. We know that he's coming in a couple of weeks. You know, my guess is either he's Extreme Int or Extreme AGL. And the only thing we know is that he transforms into Angel Golden Frieza via After Skill. That's all we know as of right now. You know, hopefully in a couple of weeks when the worldwide celebration ends, we'll get more information. If and when that happens, I will obviously post about it and we'll talk about it, because I am very excited. I'm very happy that we're getting a new Frieza in general, because it's been a long time since we've got a new Frieza. But I just wish it was not Tournament of Power. I was kind of hoping that they would move into Resurrection F, because we still have yet to get like proper Resurrection F to Dokkan Fest units, like, you know, Tech Golden Frieza, for example. Let's take a look about when he was released. Christ, I mean, he was one of the earliest units 4 years ago. Around this, this time, 4 years ago, he was released. It's just... And his EZA came out last year, of course, but 4 years ago, this guy came out, and then 3 years ago on Global. But, like, just keep that in mind. That was the last time we've ever seen anything from Resurrection F. 4 years in Dokkan. So, now, granted, I know some of you might be screaming about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a lost cause at this point. I have nothing else to say about that. You know, otherwise, I wish that they would have moved into Resurrection F, but then again, this guy's perfectly fine too. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's the latest on what we know for JP Dokkan. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one.